Okay, welcome to episode 3 of Above the Bridge podcast. I'm your host, Thaddeus. This is my producer, boy band John. So for today, I have our guest for today is going to be, she's a model. She's also an esthetician. She works in the gun shop. And she's also starting acting. Her name is Lauren. I know her by Lala. Sup, Lauren?
Sup?
How you
Acting.
doing? Yeah,
I'm
that's what you said.
I'm okay. How are you?
So I'm good, but I'm surprised that you actually came on the show today, being of what happened this weekend. I heard you got into a big wreck.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
how did that happen?
It's the craziest thing because literally it was pouring rain on the Moana Freeway going townbound. And
Okay.
I guess my back tire slid out because I started hydroplaning. And I just slid, and then I just felt the tire go zzzz, and I was like, oh no. And then I let go because that's what you're supposed to do for hydroplaning. You just let go of things. And then it didn't matter though. I lost control. I basically started going right, and I was like, oh no, like don't do this, because there's all their cars in the lane. So I was getting scared, and then it just went back this way so fast. I spun out and I hit the median, and I rolled, and then I was on my side for a little bit sliding, and then I hit the median again. It toppled me over
Oh
back
shit.
onto the wheels, and then I get out, right?
Wait, you went back
And it's
onto the
fucking,
wheels?
yeah. So I spun out, and then I hit the median twice, and it just toppled me back over. When I got out of the car, it was sunny. It was 80 degrees sunny, no rain. I was like, what the fuck was that? Just 5 feet behind me. It's pouring rain, and I can't see anything. And then all of a sudden it's when it's color, what is it? It's colored in The Wizard of Oz. It's oh, we're not in Kansas anymore. But somehow my shoes are red and sparkling, right? It's oh God, it was so traumatizing. The craziest thing that's ever happened to me in my life was probably that. So
Really? I did the same thing coming out of H3 one day. I was going to and I was sober, and I was going to work.
I
So it
was
was in the
sober
morning.
too.
Yeah, that's crazy. So I was coming out of H3, and there was an
Mhm.
accident right outside the tunnel. So I
Mhm.
started to slow down, but it was raining. And right
Oh
when I slowed down,
God.
same thing, I started to hydroplane. And they say
Mhm.
when you hydroplane, you're supposed to turn into the way you're sliding. But fuck that.
Really?
Like that's what they say, but there's no way you're gonna remember that moment. So
I
I
heard you're
just
supposed to let go. You're not supposed to fight it.
oh, I don't know. I didn't do either one. I just held on like, oh no. And so I slid and I hit
Mhm.
the barricade, and then I
Yeah.
came back around, and then I toppled over and started sliding.
Oh,
And I was
yeah.
sliding towards the original accident that was in front of me. And then
Mhm. Mhm.
I remember just holding onto my wheel, and I seeing the asphalt go by my head,
Oh
because that's
God.
where it was. And just
Mhm.
thinking like, oh, just stop sliding, don't hit
Yeah.
anything. I'm just like,
Mhm. Mhm.
stop
Mhm.
already. Then finally it stopped, and then I had to come out through the passenger door, because that was now the roof. And
Oh my
then
God.
yeah, it was horrible. And I came out, I've checked myself, I was all good. But the worst
Mhm.
part of that was every single person that drove past was with their phones, like
Not
filming
even.
me, taking pictures. And I'm just like, oh. And I made all the traffic, like, well, I guess the accident before me did, but like it was just
Yeah.
a mess. So you got out of the car, then what? Like you like check yourself, you're all
Mhm.
good, like.
I just remember because I was in so much shock, but the first thing that was running through my mind was I need to get my phone so that I can call 911, and I need to call my boss. I need to call my ex to let them know what happened, you know what I mean? And I was just I was kind of I need to do this. I need to do this, or something bad's gonna happen. And I kept thinking, I don't know why, that the fucking car was gonna blow up. I was like, this car is gonna light on fire. I need to get my phone now. So I was just I was just trying to find my phone, and then I couldn't get out of my car. So I was just like trying to pry the door open, and I finally got it open, and I was just like out of my car, like just like, oh, like, okay, I still need to find my phone. So I kept going back into the car and I couldn't find it. And then there were like these people that I guess pulled over, like,
So had people come help you
bless
then?
them. Yeah, I guess like these two guys were like, are you okay? And I was just like, I literally didn't know that they were like anyone was near me. So like when I turned around, I was like so freaked out that I started just bawling uncontrollably, like ugly crying, and I didn't have any makeup on. Like I was supposed to do my makeup at work. So I'm just like so ugly. I'm just like, like it was so bad. It hadn't occurred to me that you know, that just
Wrecked your
happened. I
car.
turned, yeah, I wrecked my car. I could have died. My kids could have died. Someone that
Oh,
I
your
was
kids were
in.
with you.
No, no.
Oh, okay,
But
okay, okay.
imagine if I
Oh,
had
okay,
them,
okay.
or like I had a friend in the passenger, like my mom or something. So it's like it didn't occur to me, and then I turned around and looked at my car, and I was like, oh my god, and I cried even
What
uglier and
kind of car
harder.
is it?
2024 runner.
Oh, brand new one. I don't think you want anything from 2020 anyways.
I
Hey,
know, right? Seriously.
it's I rather your car be total than you total. Like you're here today, so it can't it's all good.
Yeah. Am I though? What if I died and I'm not really here?
Well,
You
then
ever
I'd be
think of
talking
that?
to myself then.
Maybe you're just a fragment of my mind. I don't know. Who knows? Who
Well,
knows
I
really? Because
I
like,
am not a fragment of my mind or his
how
mind
do you
or
know
John's
that?
mind.
How do you know that, huh?
I can feel things. So okay, so
Oh.
you wreck, then what? Like you go to the hospital. What happened after that? Wait, first you have to take
So
pictures for the Instagram. That's for first thing, right?
no, I took pictures for insurance.
Oh,
For
okay, okay.
insurance person, and then I took a video of my car for insurance, and then I had to send it to my ex and stuff because he would want to know what happened to the car and stuff. But I the police are called, the ambulance was called. I didn't get an ambulance because I'm a broke bitch and I'm not trying to pay $600 just to fucking be driven to the hospital because my insurance doesn't cover that part. So I was like, I won't ride with you, but I will go to the hospital in a little bit. So I had my friend, one of my best friends, Shauna, pick me up. She like is such an angel, so she picked me up and then
Was she
drove me
freaking out?
to, yeah, she was like, oh my god, babe, I can't believe. And I was just like, yeah, this is just fucked. I cannot. But yeah, and then so I got to the hospital. I went to Queens naturally. And then uh so upset. They made me take a COVID test. Not that, like, I was like, I know I don't have COVID. Like, and I appreciate like you don't want other people to get COVID, but I was like, I just went through a traumatic accident. I don't want anything in or on or around me right now. I didn't want anything touching me. I didn't want nothing. But they were like, oh, well, we need to do this COVID test right now. And I was like,
Or you just kind of wanted to like get acclimated to what happened and just kind of relax a little bit.
I was in so much shock. I just did not want a hard plastic Q-tip to be up in my brain canal. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to be probed by a nurse. And like, oh, it was so uncomfortable. And it was funny because like the two doctors that were like, hi, we're gonna be your doctors and this and that. Where does it hurt? And then they're like touching me, and I was like, oh, like my left side is really sore because I, like hit the side door and everything. So they're like, oh, your left side? I was like, that's my right side. And they're like, oh,
My other left side.
your left side? I was like, that's still my right side. Like, I'm like, I know that you guys are tired, but I know. I'm like, oh my god, I'm getting so frustrated. I mean, but they're amazing, and I am, we're blessed to have such amazing, like doctors and nurses that risk their lives every day and help us out. So, all my complaining and bullshit aside, like I'm really grateful for everything that happened,
Oh,
and
that's
that
good. So
Toyota's, like, they had airbags everywhere, so they're great. I really recommend Toyota for anyone that's shitty at driving.
so what you when the airbags deployed, like you ram your face into it or what? And like I've never been in a car where airbags deployed because when I flipped my truck, the airbags didn't come out.
Oh no, did you sue them?
No.
Dummy. Shut up. That's free money
Maybe.
right there. But no, so like yeah, I have airbags on the top and the sides and the back. Just the passenger didn't go off because like no one was in there, like the sensor, it was off, right? So if someone was there, it probably hopefully would have gone off. But yeah, it was I have I had some kind of like, it's starting to bruise here. It was really swollen. This is like from the
Oh
airbag.
yeah, yeah.
I have some on my ribs and stuff. I mean, yeah, I don't want to show you my bare skin.
So what they MRI'd you and stuff at the hospital and all that was negative?
Yeah, so everything, the COVID test was negative. Like I said, you know what I mean? And yeah, everything was negative. I didn't break anything, no internal bleeding, so that was great. They were like, Miss, we know that you have pain on your left side. Please explain to us, how does it hurt? I was like, I feel like I just got into an accident. I was like, I don't
Because
know how
that's
to
what I
explain
did.
it. They're like, what do you mean? Like, could you elaborate? And I was like I
Show them the
just, a
picture of your
car,
car.
like, and I slid on the ground. I was like, I don't know how to explain this one. Oh, God.
Well, you look
I'm
awesome
sick.
for being in such a wreck. I mean, I seen the picture of your car. You look like you should at least have some kind of action on your face or your arm. Like you look like you should be bust up.
I feel
But
like I feel like the what is it? The iceberg from Titanic. Like up here is small, but down here there's a lot. There's a lot of damage in my body, like mentally and emotionally. But like physically, like yeah, I'm good.
no, I
I
get it.
can I'm fine. Yeah.
Because when I wrecked my truck, for some reason, I had the hardest time driving again. But I had a
Yeah.
motorcycle at the time, and I was so
Oh,
comfortable on a motorcycle because I felt like I
yeah.
had control of it because I'm on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just keep riding my street bike because I didn't want a car for a while because I felt like I lost control of the truck and I had no control over it. I held like there's nothing I could have done. So for a while, I just was riding my street bike because I felt
Mm-hmm.
more in control of it, which
That's so
doesn't make too
funny that
much
you say
sense.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I had a complex, and I know mentally I had to get over that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got a new truck, and then everything got back to
Mm-hmm.
normal. But one thing I did get from my accident was I started wearing my seatbelt. And
Oh, girl, that's like
I'm a
the
boy.
first thing you should do.
Yeah,
Girl, sis,
boy.
sis,
I'm a
like
boy, brother.
Click it or ticket.
sis. Yeah, click it or ticket. Seriously, no, but that's like literally, I have crippling anxiety, like crippling anxiety. So well, actually, when I first started to learn how to drive, like I was such a bad driver. I'd do this because I was so anxious, and so I learned to kind of get over that fear by like kicking my knee up and driving like this. Like I'm like kind of in the fetal position, and then I was slowly like now I'm like one hand, and then I can like now be like like fully leaning back, eyes pretty much closed and driving. But um yeah, it's been rainy, so it hasn't helped my anxiety really. Um,
So what do you
yeah.
have another car, like you're driving around again and like no issues?
Well, so my mom is lending me her Mini Cooper, and that thing shakes like it has Tourette's syndrome. I swear to God, it's so bad. I guess someone took a look at it and was like, one of the pistons are misfiring, which is common, I guess, for Mini Coopers. So,
Yeah, I used to
um,
sell those.
so I'm like driving like, and it's like raining. So I'm like, oh God, please, just don't kill me now.
But didn't you have a
Uh,
Fiat before, like a small
I
car?
did not have a
Don't lie, I
Fiat.
remember your small
It
car.
was, it was a Scion IQ.
Oh,
So
so a Fiat.
it's not a Fiat. Fiats are for rich people. Scion IQ.
Oh,
I mean, I love
same
that car
same
though. It's so
size,
great.
same size.
Yeah, but mine's just more badass in a way for cheaper.
Whatever.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm glad you're okay because like I said, your pictures look like you shouldn't be okay. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's why I'm drinking. So, cheers to that.
So I know what I wanted to ask you. So I've been seeing on Instagram all these girls recently, they've been having lip injections.
I like how you. That's
Well,
such
I
a
don't know how they do
aggressive
it.
way.
Well,
Like,
I don't know
it's
if
so
they do it
fat lip.
like, yeah. So okay, and some of them, like, I swear to God, they went too much. They look like ducks, or like, I feel like I could stick them on glass because it's like a suction cup, like.
Not
And
like
I
a
know,
like.
yeah, exactly. Like they went too much, or so. I always wanted to ask people who did them, and I don't know anybody who did it, but I know you, and I know you did it because you showcased it on one of
Oh
your
yeah.
videos. So I want to know, how does that whole process work, because I don't understand it.
So, I've gotten injections. Okay, so a lot of people think that I got my nose done, but it's completely natural. I never got anything done to it. I don't have my cheeks done. I've never gotten my eyelids done. I don't get my
So
forehead done or
me too,
nothing.
me too.
Oh,
All this
all
is
right. Well,
all
that's
it's
nice.
all real.
So we can't all just be blessed.
Yeah.
Some of us has to look like Shrek and pay to look, good. So, but I've gotten my lips done, and I've gotten my nasal labial fold, which is the laugh lines, which I have to touch up because what the fuck is that, sis? Are you kidding me? I hate that. And then I've gotten my chin done. That's the fillers. I've gotten Botox on my masseters, which is like a necessity at this point because I have crippling anxiety. I've grinded my teeth. I've clenched my jaws from when I was very little. I'm probably like 4 years old. I've developed like bad OCD habits where I like pick my nails. Like that's how much anxiety that I have. And so when someone does that for so long, you build your. I'm so sorry. I'm drinking beer, so I'm really gassy. I keep burping, but so you build up your muscle strength, and then when you build it too much, it's too strong, and then you start to get migraines. And so what this is called is a TMJ. That's a temporal mandibular junction. Um, Even dentists, like my old dentist, he would administer Botox into the masseters because it's so detrimental to people. Like if you have really bad migraines, or you clench your jaw when you're angry or you're upset or you're sleeping, you have no control over it, and it just gives you problems, I really highly recommend putting Botox in your masseters because it fucking really works. Um, the amount is subjective. Like I feel like my nurse, because I get it done at Healy Plastic Surgery, she told me like basically the normal amount, because you're paying per unit, um, as opposed to like fillers, which is the whole syringe. She said that a lot of people just get 15 to like 20 units of Botox in each masseter, but mine's just so strong. I've gotten like 40 units on each side. You
And
know
what
what I
is that?
mean? And that's like,
Botox, isn't that a
so
bacteria?
Botox, it's a botulinum toxin. So what it is it's a thing that's going into your muscles to atrophy it. And when you atrophy your muscles, it doesn't work. And so people use Botox for wrinkles and stuff. So when you have atrophied muscles, you're not going like this anymore. When you're in the sun, you're going like this. So it doesn't create wrinkles. With the masseters, because they're injecting into the muscles, um, it's like it's just making it so soft and unaware that it's able to clench so hard. So a lot of the times people might clench still, but it's a lessened effect because they clench so hard. Now it's like this instead, and it doesn't cause pain. So I get that literally for health benefits, the Botox part. I've actually stopped putting lip injections in my lips. Has nothing at all. This is my natural lip. My
Yeah,
top
because
one has,
you have like naturally good lips, I guess. Good is the word, huh?
yeah,
Plump. I don't know what the
supple,
fuck you say. Supple. Okay.
decadent.
See, I got punched
But
in the mouth and my lips swole up, but I didn't feel sexy or anything.
I've gotten, so what I recommend to the ladies that are watching, or for guys, if you want to buy your girlfriends a fun gift or whatever, you can also put Botox in your lip, and what that does, it will flip it up. So it looks like I get lip injections, but I don't. It's just there's Botox, just 4 units, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's it. Um, and then I got my chin filler, which is so important because I had a really square jaw from clenching and chewing for all those years that it just Now it's a nice V shape. Why do I get it done? I'm glad that you asked. Basically, why not? Do I eat steak with salt and pepper? Absolutely. Have I ever gotten braces? Yes. Was I born with straight teeth? No. Not everyone is blessed to have things that other people have, and we might want that, So it's like, why is it such a bad thing? Why is there such a bad stigma against it? If someone wants to get breast implants because they had breast cancer and one boob is full and one is completely flat, why is it your problem? Why do you have to be so judgmental and mean about it? Just let people do what they want. If someone wants to put rims and sounds and tint in their 1991 Honda Civic hatchback, let them fucking do it. Who cares? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's
Well,
just
for
something that
me,
I do.
I totally agree with that. Like whatever, like I
Mm-hmm.
have tattoos, so that's anything that makes you happy or whatever. What
Yeah.
I don't like, what I always think is, okay, you're gonna do that stuff to make yourself look better, but some people do it and they don't look better. Like I said, they look like ducks, or they like, and maybe they feel better. So I don't know, but when I see them, I'm gonna kind of be like, okay, that person shouldn't have done so much, or like, I don't know, it doesn't look natural. Or I guess that's like, I'm all about whatever, like I don't care what anybody does to themselves, you know what I mean, as long as they ain't doing it
Mm-hmm.
to me. But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I would see somebody and want to talk to them and be like, hey, maybe you shouldn't have made your lips that fat, or hey, maybe you should take that piercing out because I think you'd look better without it. But it's not for me to say, you know what I mean? But
Yeah, it's not.
so yeah,
At the
so
same
so
time,
when,
if you're trying to be a good friend, like that's cool, but people are entitled to what they want to do, which is great, So I have a couple of theories to that. So like I know what you're saying. Some people like really shouldn't get all this work done. Like they could have honestly went more natural, but maybe that's not what they want. Maybe they want to look like a cartoon. So I don't know. It's whatever they want to do. But half the time, it's the fact that their injectors don't advise them not to. Like they're money hungry. So like, oh no, babe, you should go bigger. You should get 3 syringes. Or
oh,
so it's
that
like
makes
kind of like a
sense.
bad friend. Like you ever seen those girls at the clubs where like it's either one of them super hot and the best friend is fucking ugly and her makeup looks like shit, and it's like, how do you let your friend leave the house like that? You know what I mean? It kind of makes you wonder, like,
Yeah.
oh shit, that's a friend of me. That's not your real friend, dude.
So you put the filler in your mouth. Like, how does it feel? Like, does it feel like you have like something in there, or does it feel natural? Like,
No, it feels natural. It just is like when you touch it, it's not like you feel like a ball or anything. What depends though, because if your injector is good, it's not gonna feel lumpy. If they're bad, it's gonna feel weird. Luckily, Healy Plastic Surgery, they have like hands down one of the best injectors, and like they're just amazing. And that's why I go to them, because I wanted to get more things done, and they're like, babe, no, you're gonna look crazy. So like I really appreciate them in that aspect. But
that's good.
yeah, they just put numbing cream. I used to have to get the nerve blockers, the dental, like in the gums, because I was so afraid of needles. But then Healy was like, oh, just do it once without it. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so scared. But it really wasn't that bad. It really wasn't. Just like it goes in, that's it.
Well, that's cool that you talk about it. Like most girls, they try to deny that they get work done. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, this is
But like,
natural. I'm like,
why?
I don't know.
I
Like,
don't
I'm
get
like,
it.
they're like, this is natural. I'm like, bitch, I saw you like a month ago. Your lips weren't like that. Like,
You know what
whatever.
though? It's like let people do what they want. If they have to lie about it, then that's just something that they have to deal with internally. There's nothing you can do about it. And those are usually the people that like judge and like bash other people for it too. So in a way, it's kind of like I feel sorry for them. You know?
But it's kind of like the trend now, right? Like a lot of girls, like lips is kind of a big trend. Like from what I've been seeing, a lot of girls are getting them, like more than maybe like a couple years ago. Or maybe
I
I'm
feel
just
like
not
people are
noticing.
more
I don't know.
no, people are definitely more open about it. I feel like because of celebrities like Kylie Jenner and stuff like that being so open about their
Well, she went
procedures.
she went from something to something else. Like you
Her
couldn't date.
face
She looks
is
like a different
fine.
person. What is that?
Hmm. I think her face aesthetically looks nice. Like she didn't do too much. Her like hip to like, her ratio. Again, it's not even for me to say on how people should like run their lives or get whatever they want. But like in my opinion, I wouldn't go like that in that shape that she went, like with her sister Kim. You know what I mean? That's just for me personally. But I mean, to each their own. So whatever. I mean, she looks great. She's making a lot of money, so it's great. It's
Yeah, I
good.
ain't hating on her. That's for sure. So what have you been doing now? Like you work at a gun shop?
Yeah, so I work at 808 Gun Club. That's on the opposite side of Asahi Grill in Ward.
Okay.
Yeah, it's super fun. It's an
So what do you
essential
do?
job too.
Oh yeah. What do you do there?
Hmm. I'm like just the cashier. I mean, yeah, but to put it simply, I just ring people up and like greet people, answer the phone, like do data entry stuff, and, like sweep and clean. It's just a very simple job, but like I get to work at a gun shop, so it's like I get to learn the trade and the like mechanics of how to basically clean a gun, operate it, like how things work, which is cool. Because one day when there's a zombie apocalypse or like World War III, I'm gonna need to know how to shoot. So it's like something
It could
important.
be soon. It could be soon.
Which is why a lot of people, we've been busy because a lot of people are coming in to buy guns, and
That's what I heard.
relatively like ARs are so impossible to find right now. It's crazy. We don't even have ammo. Like nowhere has ammo to sell.
Oh, so you can't even get ammo.
I mean, for like outside use, we have indoor use, like for our range, but like you can't
Mm.
take it home. So you'd need to like shoot all of it in the range.
Oh, there's a gun range. Oh yeah, I seen you shoot. There's a
Yeah.
gun range attached to the shop.
So we have 4 lanes and then we have a showroom. So it's cool. And then we have our basic pistol and safety training course, which is held upstairs by Mr. Russell Tanji, he's amazing. He's an amazing teacher. He's been with the HPD for like I think 30 years or something like that. It's really amazing. And he's a massage therapist. So after my crash, because I went to work the next day, he like,
Oh,
tweaked my neck and stuff. And it was so painful, but like he's great.
oh, that's good. So you
Yeah.
get to shoot all the guns and
It's so much fun. I'm like, oh, what are we shooting today? Like I got to shoot a Desert Eagle. I got to shoot like a double barrel shotgun, which fucked my shoulder up. It was so painful. But it's fun. It's super fun.
oh, that's cool. So what is your favorite gun to shoot? Because I got to shoot guns before, and like, I have my favorites. But
I like the 1911 special.
so what is that? What like that's a rifle, a pistol?
It's a pistol. It's a pistol, but it was
Oh,
made in 1911. That's why it's called 1911.
oh, it's an
But the
old
trigger
gun.
just goes straight. Well, it was like it started back then, but
Oh,
it's I like the trigger. It's nice. It goes straight back. It's really smooth. The weight is nice. Like to take it apart, it's not too bad. I personally, I'm gonna buy a Sig P365 XL. Um, and I think those are pretty good. I loathe Glocks. I hate cleaning them because it's like, so to take apart the Glock, right? This is like this, right? You got to pull this thing back, and on the side there's like these three tiny little buttons. These like three little, it's like the grain of sand on each side. You have to pull both of them down with your fingers and then slide it forward, slide the thing forward, and then it releases. But it's so impossible to get that out. The mag release sucks. It's like not even that good of a quality gun. I don't know. I just don't like it. So stay away from Glocks.
so that's gonna be like your handgun for home protection or whatnot. Do they
Yeah,
have
I gotta
open carry
go.
or closed carry licenses in Hawaii?
Close carry? Like,
Concealed
what do you
carry.
mean? Conceal. I was like, close. No,
That, is that
cannot.
is that what they
You can
work?
only carry. You can only carry your gun at your place of work or home. You can only transport it to either or to like the police station. You can't like go out to the mall and have it on you. And if it's in your car, if you get pulled over, like the mag and the ammo, like it can't be in the same compartment. It can't like be in the gun. It can't be loaded. So there's like a lot of things to it. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I gotta go
Do
get
you
my
know the
permit.
laws? Because I had a question. Like, say, so do you know the laws? A little
I
bit.
should know it. I should know it. I'm such a failure. I failed you. I'm sorry. No, but what's your question?
Okay, so my question is if like say someone breaks into my house, what would give me the legal right
Oh,
to take
I
them
know
down?
that.
Like,
I mean,
okay,
so basically, you and Ari are at home
yeah.
and someone breaks in. You just have to feel like this guy is gonna rape my daughter. Like he comes in and you think that he has the intention of raping or hurting or kidnapping you or your daughter or any pets. You have every right to in your own home. You know what
Well,
I mean?
I hope someone doesn't come to rape my pet.
You never
I have
know.
a tortoise,
There are
so
some
good luck with that.
but you never know.
He
So
can
it's
rape
like,
my daughter's fish if he wants.
oh God, that's terrible. But which is it's a good thing that you asked that because we actually have this thing called the USCCA. And what that basically is, it's like insurance for gun owners. Um, so in that scenario that you're at home and you think that someone's gonna, someone might be like, I'm gonna fucking rape you, I'm gonna fucking kill you, and you shoot them, or even if they don't say it, and the police come and they arrest you, and because you injured or like possibly killed somebody in your own home because you had every right to, you go to court. The USCCA basically has like, it depends on what package you buy. You pay annually, but I think like the highest package is like $500 a year. And if you ever have to go to court, or like you ever get in prison, you tell them, hey, can I call my lawyers? And there are USCA representatives on each island or state or whatever there to bail you out and protect you. So it's like an insurance policy. If you hurt somebody or kill somebody, they have X amount of money to back you up in court. I think it was like 100,000 or like 200,000 or up to like $1 million
Oh,
in
I see.
legal funds to protect you for only 500 or so a year. So
So
that's something to think about.
basically any intent to harm me or my family
Yeah,
would
yeah,
give me the right to
mm-hmm.
put them down.
Yep.
Do I have to announce that, hey, I have a gun, leave, or anything? It's just, oh, you're here. Do they have to have a weapon, or it's just because
If you
basically I
feel
know they're
like
not
they
supposed
are
to
a
be in
threat,
my house.
if
If they're
they're
a
an
threat,
imminent threat to you, you know, then
then it's
it's
free
like
game.
it is free game, honestly. But I mean, if they're like, hey, okay, I'm sorry, I'm leaving, and they leave and you shoot them, then that's a different thing.
Oh, like you can't shoot them in
Yeah,
the back. That's kind of obvious, I guess.
yeah. If they're like, okay, I'm sorry, and they like run away, and then you kill them, then it's like, oh shit, well he, surrendered. Sick and dick, you know.
Well, that's crazy. So you like where you work then?
Oh yeah, it's
I
great.
gotta
Like
come
I have
check you out
great
one of these
coworkers
days.
and bosses. Yeah, no, let's go shoot. We should
Yep.
do like a live stream.
Oh, and shoot. I'm
Yeah.
not, why? Because you're on a short, but I'm not good.
No.
Why are you good at shit? Like you can
I'm
like
not.
you.
No, 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 no. I'm not like I'm all right. I'm not like good. Yeah. I'm not saying that like, oh, let's go. Like I'm going to one up you. Like no, no, no. I'm just.
Basically, I went shooting. My old taekwondo instructor used to take us in Waihole Valley, and we would set up like cans and just he had an arsenal, and we
Mhm.
just went to town.
Nice.
So I'm not really like don't know the fundamentals or anything. It was kind of more like redneck style. It was fun though. I had a lot of fun.
Do you know what you shot? You probably shot 22s, huh?
I shot everything. I shot
Little.
22. I shot
Ooh.
9 mils. I shot 30-06. I
Okay.
shot 357.
Okay.
I shot 30
380,
30,
30.
30
Okay.
30. Yep. He had, yeah, like I said, he had an
Oh,
arsenal. And I shot 22s, but those are like glorified pellet guns.
they're so much fun though.
Like, it's not
Like,
cool. Yeah, they're not cool.
mm,
Anyways, so you're working at the gun shop now, but before that, you're definitely involved in the industry that I'm in, the nightclub industry. I met you in
mhm.
the nightclub industry. Was it at Fix? I met you at Fix, right?
Yeah, but I feel like we were Facebook friends and you're constantly bombarding my page with flyers. So I was like,
Yeah, that's what I
huh.
did. So you
I
got
was
to
like,
meet
oh
me in
yeah,
there.
okay.
There's the flyer guy. That's what you were thinking?
Yeah. I was like, oh, that's that guy.
Yeah.
That's that fucking
Fix
guy.
was
I'm just
good
kidding.
fun. Yeah, that was, yeah. I definitely irritated a lot of people, but
No,
that
you're
was my
fine. Because you
job.
know why? You know why? Because you got me for free.
Yup,
No
that's
coverage.
it. That's the one. Yeah. Yeah, I missed
No,
the
I was
Fix.
like,
Shout out to Mikey from the Fix. I missed
I
that guy. He just had a
know.
baby.
Yeah,
Another one.
congratulations
He
to
has
him and his
5
wife.
now.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know.
Yep. He just
Shout
messaged
out
me
to her
today.
vagina because 5 kids, fucking 2 kids is enough for me. Good God. You know, you
Yep. Shout
really
out
like,
to Mikey.
it's hard, dude.
So when you were at Fix, you were what? You were you weren't bartending. You were waitress, right?
I was a cocktail waitress. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't even remember how good I did. I don't know if I did good.
Those
I
nights
don't.
at Fix are a blur.
Yeah, it was. I don't even know how I stopped working there. Did it close? It closed down,
Yeah.
right?
So what happened
That's
was
why.
when it closed, we moved to the district, and then yeah, then the
Mm.
Fix got turned into Scarlet, I think it's called
Scarlet.
now.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
But
no, no, with the fix, and then it was something else. Then Scarlet, right?
oh
Or
really?
was it
I'm not
something?
sure.
You used to have punk shows back in the day. Club Hawaii.
Was it
Yeah,
Or
yeah. And then it
I used to go
became
to shows. Yeah.
Soho,
Soho,
right?
Soho,
There you go.
Soho? Then the fix, then Scarlet. That's what it was.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. It
okay,
was
okay.
Soho first. I love that place.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
like
yeah.
grungy, and I had so much fun there. That was
I
like
could
right when
still
I
smell
first
it.
became single too. Yeah.
The smell lingers of like fresh, freshly spilled beer from the night before, and a monster, and a hint of Jaeger
Yep.
and
That's the
cocaine.
fix. I didn't smell that.
It's in the air. It's like, oh, someone's doing the line. Like,
But then what? When we moved to district, you started go-go dancing for us, right?
yeah. To be fair though, I've known Alex for a very long time, and he's gotten me gigs in the past at like Ka and Paparazzi and Ginza. So
Go-go
naturally,
dancing?
when yeah,
Oh, I see. I didn't
so
know that.
yeah, so yeah, he first was they got me a gig as like because they installed that like glass showcase with the
Oh, I
mannequins and the
remember
thing.
that.
So
That's
they
right.
wanted me to kind of
At
be like
district, right?
the zoo pet, like where I'm just like in my thing and I'm like,
I remember that. I
you
remember
know,
walking by, just like, hey, there's Lala.
I'd be like,
It's like, let's shoot spitballs at Lala.
I know,
She's on
it was
display
fun.
for
I know,
some
I'm just saying
reason.
like it was fun.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
and then
that
I
was
was like
cool.
dancing and stuff, but yeah, man, it
Did
was
you ever
really
do
nice.
Heavens for us when we did Heavens at
Uh,
9 through 9?
I think once actually. Did Jerry Lee go there
Yeah,
for an
yep, she
event?
was there.
I think
Yep.
I was there one night.
So Heavens,
Yeah.
what Heavens was back in the day, Golden Child, Ryan Wong would do an
Hmm.
event on Sundays. He'd take out all the strippers from 9 through 9 and put all
Hmm.
go-go dancers. And as the years
Yeah.
went by, that party kind of phased out. But I would randomly do a Heavens event with him. Would be Ryan, Golden Child, myself, and then as the Artist Group Network and Hanson Level H, and we collabed and did a big Heavens event. And like
Hmm.
same thing, we took out all the strippers and put go-go dancers and turned the whole 9 through 9 into a big club. And yeah, it was cool. Like we had all the best go-go dancers. It was a good vibe.
Cherry Lay. I
Yep.
miss Cherry so much.
Yeah, I'm gonna get her on too.
Mm.
She said she'll be on. Yeah.
Oh, good, good,
Yeah,
good.
she'll be on the podcast. But you're the
Very
first. You're
nice.
the first female on our podcast, so that's awesome.
Thank you, thank you.
So do you miss go-go
Yeah.
dancing?
Oh fuck, I never got a good workout like go-go dancing, you know? Like I could be at the gym squatting like 200 pounds and I wouldn't even sweat nearly as much as I am in the club after like 6 Red Bull vodkas and just it's a lot of fun. I have really terrible cardio though, so I'd be like dancing when I'm like
Gassing out. You're gassing out on the go-go pods.
I'm just like hair whipping, but it's like it's wet.
I'm glad. Like,
That's
see,
funny.
my like for our crew, like I would worry about the DJs. Hansu would
Mhm.
kind of worry about the go-go dancers, which job I would never want. Cause he's always, you gotta go up you got 10 more minutes. And go-go dancers don't give a rip. They don't listen to anybody. Like half the time we're getting in trouble because the go-go dancers walking around the club without a jacket on. Will you get her to put on her robe? Like, I'm like, bro, you get her to do it. Like, I'm not. And we're like at the
That's
bar
so
having
funny.
drinks, and all the owners are mad because the go-go dancers are not clothed.
That working.
Yeah, or working. Yeah,
Or like
but you
getting
don't
too
miss it.
drunk. Of course I miss it, but it's in another
That's good
life.
to know, because when we reopen, we'll hire you as a dancer again.
Or I can just be the glass zoo pet, like Phoebe.
Yeah, you could do
And I
that
got
again.
I got COVID mom bod, so I gotta like work out and stuff. That comes first.
All right, we'll get to work, and then we'll put you back on them go-go pods.
Okay.
So Halloween's coming up. What are you
Yeah,
gonna
I
do
know.
with your kids? Because this pandemic is kind of crazy. I'm like trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with my daughter for Halloween. Like, what are you gonna
Um,
do? Maybe I can get an
well,
idea from you.
I mean, basically, I was helping out my friend in making their, I guess, teaser for their haunted attraction on the Marine Course. A
Oh,
Marine
Joseph,
Marine Corps.
Joseph
Yeah.
Joe.
Yes,
Shout out to Joseph
Jojo.
Joe. He took my promo pictures for the podcast.
I know he's so
Yeah,
amazing. I love Jojo.
super cool dude. Everybody's
Yeah.
kuya. Is that the word?
Yeah.
Kuya.
Kuya.
Yeah,
Yeah.
brother.
But yeah. So I was helping film that. So they're doing the. It's called Terror on the Bay. Um, I wanted to volunteer as a scare, but I don't know because another friend reached out and I'm going to be streaming on, I guess I'm thinking Twitch for Halloween for like a couple hours. So I don't know what I'm going to do. And then I got to take my kids trick-or-treating too. So
What are your kids
I
gonna
don't know.
dress up as?
Well, I wanted to dress up as Scorpion, and then my kids is like, I don't even
Like
know,
Scorpion
other
from
Mortal
Mortal
Kombat.
Kombat? Oh, okay.
Because I'm like, get over here,
Well, that's what you
constantly
probably do to your
chasing them.
kids all day anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I pick them up with love. I don't like, get over here, you fucking asshole. I don't do that. But yeah, no, I mean, I don't know though. I have no idea what I'm gonna be. So what are you guys gonna do?
I don't know yet. Like, one of my friends is doing like a haunted drive-through thing at some
Ooh,
farm in Milani, and
very nice.
Aria actually did the promo for that. She did the video for
Oh,
that. My daughter, I was in it too, but somehow they left me out of the video. But whatevs. I'm not
we
mad.
don't need you. We don't
Yeah,
need
that's what
you.
I felt like. They
She's
put
the
my daughter in
star.
there. They're like, hey, you guys come and be in our video? I'm like, yeah, sure. But that was their ploy to just get my daughter in there to do whatever, because I was there and the camera was there and I'm not in the video. Whatever. I'm not mad. I'm
They
not
like
mad
just
about it.
blurred your face out.
No, they just omitted me. I wasn't even. She
Oh
did
my
good, so
god.
that's cool. But I might do
Nice.
that. Maybe there will be trick or treat. I know some neighborhoods are doing like
Mm,
neighborhood trick or treating. My sister has something at their little
mm,
complex where they might do something, but
mm.
I don't know. My sister made my daughter's costume. She's gonna be a scary clown, and
Oh,
she's
cute.
all excited about that. So yeah, my sister's always about Halloween. Her and her husband, do these elaborate costumes, and like they won't tell anybody what it is until they come out, and it's super cool. Like that's their thing. So they got my daughter involved with that, and she's super excited for Halloween. I just hope I can pull through with something cool to do.
Yeah,
And I don't know
mean,
what
I
I'm
feel like
doing. Like,
You think it's
it
gonna be
sucks.
busy? I mean, like, you
What
think
is that?
people are gonna come out because of the pandemic? You think people are
I
gonna
don't know.
be treating?
I don't know. They're looking for
I feel
alternative
like,
things.
yeah,
Maybe
I feel like
Halloween
people are gonna.
parties or something.
I mean, if it doesn't get shut down, I mean, like, I feel like Waikiki is gonna be busy, like it always
You think
is.
so?
Yeah, I
What
think
it? I
so.
mean, it sucks because I'm so used to doing Halloween events at the nightclub where,
I
okay, this is
know.
what I'm doing, and I'm all excited, and we already have a theme where I got my costume. Me and Taylor always like do the same stuff, and we're just nothing now. And I'm honestly, I didn't realize it's gonna be Halloween next week Saturday until like maybe like this past Friday. It's
Next week? Are you kidding me? It's next week?
yeah, it's next week Saturday.
Oh my god. Oh my
Or when
god, are
this
you
drops,
serious?
it'll be Saturday.
Oh my god. I completely forgot what the days are like.
Yeah,
Jesus.
it's kind of sneaking up on people because there's no hype for it. I haven't been hyped for Halloween, and it's sad because this is like the start of October is like the best, my favorite time of year is like Halloween, then Thanksgiving and Christmas. Like those 3 months are like the
It's
best.
called
And
Hollow Thanksmith.
yeah,
Hollow Thanksmith. That's the
exactly. Well,
that's what
there's
it is.
no hollow part this year, it feels like.
I know.
So like, okay,
So
Halloween's
sad.
coming up. What is the craziest Halloween story that you experienced, or scary story that you've experienced?
Scary story?
Yeah.
Like a ghost story?
Yeah, but a real one, not like
Oh, real. Bitch, all
like
my stories are okay.
something you experienced that was like, oh, okay, this was pretty crazy.
So, day before yesterday, he got into an
Oh,
accident.
that's
I'm just
not
kidding.
fucking scary.
That
That's
no, but that is
everyday
the
life.
scariest
Yeah,
thing.
that is
That is the
scary. You're right. You're
scariest.
right.
But no, so well, okay. I've talked about my ghost stories so much on podcasts and stuff. I want to actually tell my mom's one because hers is really scary.
Oh, okay, I definitely want to hear that.
Yeah. So she's from Japan. I don't know what it is that makes her stories are like sound so much scarier. I think it's because it's in Japanese. You know what I mean? When it's in another language, I'm like, oh damn, it's like legit.
What is
You know
that,
what I
like
mean?
obake story? Yeah,
Yeah.
Japanese.
Yude are like yummy. Yummy is black, like darkness. So oh, I like position myself to tell this story. So basically she was about 6 years old and she was living at her grandma's place. Her dad's place was getting renovated. And so they were driving to the dad's place to go take a look at it. Um, Going there, she had a really, really bad stomach ache and like a really bad migraine. And she's like, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. But some, like they have to go, right? Like she didn't know what it was. She just knew that she didn't want to go. Anyway, they get to the place and she just stays in the car. And they're all looking at, the house being built and whatever. And like, oh, I come out and take a look at the house. She's like, no, I don't want to. And she like looked at where the basement would be. And she just was like, felt sick to her stomach. Like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to ever go to where whatever that thing is being built. Like, she's like, no, save that piece of information for later. Okay. So,
Okay.
like maybe a month later, the house is done and they're sleeping in the house for the first time. So she said that her room was a loft. So her brother slept on the bottom part of the loft. And then like there was like a little staircase, like a little ladder. And then it was like another little, you know how lofts are. There's a little top thing. And then her and her
Yeah,
sister were
yeah.
sleeping up here like that. So where the brother slept, there was like a little carpet, right? And then like they had all these posters up on their little loft wall and it was like super cute. And she still had a really bad feeling about it. She said she kind of knocked out early and like woke up in the middle of the night and she was woken up by a sound. It was like almost like when she woke up, this sound was so loud in her ears, but when she woke up, it was like she didn't hear anything. She was like, what the hell just woke me up? And she's just laying there, kind of thinking, like, why am I awake? What was that I just heard? And then she kind of tuned into something. She said she like heard like a scuttling, some kind of like rustling. And it was so faint, but she's like, the more that I paid attention to it, the louder it got and the faster it got. She said it was like kind of at a normal pace. And then as she paid more attention, it got louder and faster and faster. And it was going in circles. And she's like, was scared at this. She was like, she was like, oh, I was so terrified, you know? And then it stopped. And she's like, oh shit. She's like, it knew. Whatever that was, knew that she knew about it. And she felt that it was coming up the stairs to check up on her.
That's crazy. Wait, this is in Japan.
This is in Japan.
Oh,
so
okay.
she's like, she said she was laying there like this, and then she's like, put the covers on her, and she's like, go away, go away, go away, go away. She's like, I kept thinking, go away. That's what she said. And she could hear like the creaking of the wooden, like getting louder, like this, like it's coming closer, until she feels this overwhelming heat and this pressure building. It's like hovering over her, like she's like this, like she's like, I knew that I was under the blanket. And then she felt, she heard the tape off of her posters go and then like come off, and then
Really?
come off, and then it like the poster fell on her, and she said she just panicked and fell asleep.
Yeah,
she just
sure.
knocked out, and she woke up in
She
the morning,
passed
and everyone
out?
she passed out from fear. She woke up in the morning and she's
So
like
she
terrified.
fainted.
She's like, oh, she basically fainted or probably died in her sleep. I don't know. But she asked her sister, like, oh my god, like oh my god, like she told her everything. She's like, did you hear anything? Did you feel something? And her sister was like, no. She's like, what happened to the posters? She's like, the posters were fine. So she doesn't know if she dreamt it or what. Yeah. Anyway, that's like one of the many stories that she's had in Japan. Like she's had so many, but I remember when we visited, I was probably 3, and she told me, okay, let me go back. I told her about this story. Like we would talk about these ghost stories, right? And I'd be like, Mom, do you remember when we went to grandma's? Did they have a grand piano and a red curtains? And she's like, they did. They had it in the basement. And I told you, don't go there. And she's like, I found you down there by yourself and you're crying. And I was like, I remember seeing a grand piano, like being on a grand piano, and just like these thick red velvet drapes. That's all I remember. And I was like,
And
I don't
you
know
were
how I got there.
3 when that happened.
Yeah, no, I just remember. I don't know when it happened. I just remembered that fact. Like, yeah, I was in Japan and I was on a grand piano and the red drapes thing. And then she's like, yeah, no, I told you to no, don't go anywhere in the house by yourself, especially the basement. And I found you there by yourself crying. I was like, oh no. And that's where she was like when she's a kid. She's like, I don't want to be there in the basement. Oh my god,
that's crazy.
So creepy. I know. Oh geez, it's just the worst.
Okay, I got a story for you that kind of happened recently.
So oh my god, yeah.
So my supervisor at work comes into work late, and she's very professional. She's someone who like she's always on time and all that, and she looked like she was a little shook. So I'm like, oh, what's up? Like, you're late. And she, like, just kind of being like, haha, finally you're late for once. And she's just like, you're never going to believe what happened. So I'm like, okay, what happened? She goes, so I got out of my house, and when she has a carport, and when she went to her car to leave for work, there's this trampoline up against her car, and it kind of crushed the tail light. And she's like, how did
the
this
fuck?
trampoline get here? So she's like, just wondering, like, okay, this is super weird. So she walks onto the street, and she lives in like a cul-de-sac. So there's a cul-de-sac, and she lives on the street entering the cul-de-sac.
Mm.
So there's this guy outside, and this is in the morning. This her neighbor that's across the street and 2 houses down,
Yeah.
and he's out there saying like, "Hey, that's my trampoline. How did it get over here?" And she's like, "What do you mean? Like, how did it get here? I don't know." So it had to have went across the street and 2 houses over,
Yeah.
and it was landed in front of her house, and it crushed her taillight. So he's like, okay, well, how did that happen? So there's no way anybody could have picked it up and did it, because it was behind a fence. There's no way anybody could the wind couldn't do it. There's no way a wind could pick up the trampoline and fly it across the street and over one house.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, that's just mind-boggling. So they're like, okay, what happened? They're just confused. So they trying to figure it out, and their neighbor's security cam has a video of it.
Fucking way.
So you see this trampoline come from the height of the traffic light, not traffic light, but the
yeah,
like
the
street lamp, and land directly straight down like this, and land in her driveway and wreck her car. But that thing was like very high, so no one could have thrown it. There's no way somebody could have picked it up. There's no way somebody could have thrown it. There's no way somebody could have walked it over or anything like that. So the security cam has the trampoline land from a very high position onto the driveway. If you look in the security cam, there's no the trees, the bushes, and everything, they're not moving. So it's not like it was a windy thing. So there's no way a wind could have done it. And it would take a huge like hurricane wind to lift that thing up across the street and over a house. Like there's no way. And that, you know, those big trampolines kids have. So like they're just tripping out. Like it's crazy. So here's where the story gets crazy. Like that's not the crazy part. So next to the house that the owner has the trampoline, he has his fence, the trampoline's there. Right next to it is a heiau.
Oh my God, get out of here.
There's a heiau there. So we're just like, okay, well, like now the story's getting interesting. So then she tells me, so 2 weeks prior to that happening, she gets a letter in the mail, and it says it's from OHA, and they're gonna do some renovations to the heiau or restore it or whatever. So the night that happened, the day before is when they started restoring the heiau. They started doing something there, and then that happened. So they were like, "Oh, what is that? You want to see the video?"
No, I don't want to see it, but you should upload it to Hungry Hawaiian.
No, we're gonna show the video right now. We're gonna see the trampoline drop.
Oh, Bocce.
I got the video.
Oh my
Check it out.
God. Oh my God. This is Bocce, dude.
So this is it right there. Watch how high it comes from, and watch it land. Did you see that?
Oh my fucking God,
it came out of nowhere. Dude. Can you rewind that? Watch. It just comes out. Look how high it is. Boom! Did you see that?
Do you not see like some weird like figure?
No, I didn't see no figure.
Look at the right corner. Look at the right corner, and it's like some weird shadows that move. Like the pixels move. Oh my fuck! I don't want to look at this.
I don't see any pixels. I see a trampoline coming out of midair about the height of a street lamp.
Look at just the corner, the right corner, and the pixels are moving. The pixels are moving, and it's not because of the trampoline, unless it came from there.
Well, it came from across the street and down, I think 1 or 2 houses. But there's no way somebody could have thrown that, right? And
No, I know, but
if you look around, there's no wind.
oh my god, I'm getting freaked out. Like seriously, this is scary. Oh my god,
That's
that's
crazy, huh?
freaky. She should
So
upload that to like actual channels and make money. That's really scary.
I don't think she wants people coming to her house doing ghost tours.
True.
But then
True.
they had kahunas come and stuff like that, and ever since then it was all good. Nothing happened since.
Well, thank the stars. My god.
So that was my Halloween story of the year. But when I
Mhm.
first seen that video and you hear the thing land, it's
Oh
like,
my
oh, I got
god.
shook. Like I was like, oh.
I would
So
not. I would
yeah.
move. I would
Yeah,
leave.
no,
I
she's like,
would
oh, what do you think I should do? I'm like, get yourself a realtor
leave.
and get out of there. Like that's like what? That's not even like. Why would you move near a Heiau to begin with? Like,
Mhm.
it's like, oh, this is a nice neighborhood. There's a Heiau. Like
Yeah, that shit's too
that's yeah,
scary.
that was crazy. All right, so um, let's wind this thing down. I think we should end with like what, a question of the week. You got the question of the week.
Question of the week. Question of the week is:
Question of the week.
what are your top 3 pet peeves?
Pet peeves. Okay, you can go
You want to go
first.
first? Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, you go first.
Top 3. My number one is when people wash their hands or brush their teeth with the water running. That makes me so livid. I'm like, turn that shit off. Just turn it off. It's so easy. You conserve water. You're not wasting it. Like, I'm just like, stop. Second, when DJs and radio talk show hosts are like, there's a intro of the song coming on and they're like, hey guys, okay, for an example, I'm not saying they do it, but like, just, hey guys, it's Lauren from 104.3 something 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 something, and someone's about to sing. They're about to sing. Hurry up, stop talking, and then it's like, okay, and then this is Post Malone and I'm like, oh, it was so close, like, it gives me so much anxiety.
You got issues.
I'm like, and then the third is when I go to the store and all the cans and the jars are lined up at the very edge of the thing. I'm like, oh, please, no earthquakes. I'm like, my son's like, mommy, I'm like, no, don't do it. Like, how do they get physics? How does it's off of the thing.
Remind me never to go shopping with you.
Yeah, probably
Okay,
not.
my 3 pet peeves. I'm not going in any kind of order, but one of them would be traffic. I hate traffic. I can't stand it. That's my pet peeve. It's something I can't control, and I have an issue with not being in control of my own like destiny or situation. So being stuck in traffic and I can't control my other truck that I had to buy a DVD player just so I could keep my mind occupied. So that's one. 2, and it has to deal with traffic. My pet peeve: if I let somebody in my lane or let a car go and they don't give me a shaka or a wave, I lose it. Like I lose it. Like I'll catch them up and just eye them down. Like, what? Like, you know, I can say thank you. Like, your parents never teach you manners. I cannot handle that. Like, just give me a shaka or like appreciate that or acknowledge that I did something cool for you, because I didn't have to let you in. Maybe that's my own hangups, but I just feel like we're living in Hawaii. Everybody should have aloha. I showed aloha by letting you in. Give me a shaka or like a
Yeah,
thank
but what
you.
if they do it in like they like naturally go like this, but then their window's tinted and you can't see it?
Well, then that doesn't count.
Or like, what if their like arms are short and they're like
I roll
this?
it down and shaka it up. What if they're like, okay,
True.
my third, okay, this one is my all-time, like, I cannot handle. My third pet peeve, and this is by far the worst, is if I'm at dinner with a girl and she goes on her phone. Oh, no can. I cannot be at dinner, and then she starts going on her phone, and like, I don't know why that drives me insane. I have left dinners because of that twice.
Jeez.
Oh, I go
Like if
bathroom
she's
and
on her phone like for a long time or like just a
yeah, or
little
checking
bit?
her Instagram or like doing nonsense. You know what I mean? Like if we're at dinner, like be about that. That's my pet peeve. Like, oh, like cannot even. Maybe it's me thinking that I'm not entertaining enough or something, but I
I
just
think
can't
you have
stand that.
like
Like you can be on your
identity
phone.
issues.
What is that? Why?
You
Because you're
definitely
one of
have
those
ego.
girls? Are
No,
you one
but
of
like
those girls?
you can't be upset if, let's just say, what if they had a long day and that's just, what if they have to check something? What if they're waiting for a promotion? What if they're waiting for a word back from an important company, or their life revolves around social media and they're waiting to get paid or doing something, or waiting for a friend to see if she's better and the only way to reach her is through it. So you don't know what people are going through. And for you to be that upset without first communicating, I think communication is the biggest thing that you should do. Instead of riling yourself up, oh, she doesn't like me, I'm not good enough, fuck her, and leave. You don't know what she's going through. You might not even know that if you tell her sweetly, like, hey, like, could we just spend quality time together, and like, could you not be on your phone? Then she'll be like yes or no. What if she's like no and gives you a good reason? Are you still gonna be mad? Probably not.
Probably.
If
Well,
it's a good
okay, I hear
reason.
what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, but I don't give a rip.
Okay.
If you're out with me, be about hanging out with me. Whatever you can check your phone later. Like that's just I can't like I won't let my daughter do it. I won't let like it's just
I have to
rude.
agree. It
It's
is
just
it is
rude.
rude. However, it's how you go about handling your emotions.
And Instagram can wait an hour and a half for
I
dinner. Like there's not
mean,
like
you can also be an adult and communicate to your partner, or to your mom, or to whoever is with you. If there's something wrong, you should communicate about it.
no, I
That's
do.
just the
I'll
bottom
say
line.
like oh like I'll tell them like that bothers me, and if they do it, then I'll be
That
right back. I gotta
bothers
go
me. I would
bathroom. I'm
appreciate,
out.
it would mean a lot to me if you didn't do so and so. That's what you do. Just
Well, some
nicely,
girls they cannot live without their phones, and it's like they get anxiety if someone comments their page and they didn't know about it right away. That's just me, but you probably are
No.
one of those people. But what ifs? Anyways, that's my 3 pet peeves. So give me a shaka if I let you in my lane. I don't know how to control traffic, and don't be on your fucking phone if you're at dinner with me, unless it's an emergency. And I got to be the judge of the emergency. Anyways.
Wow. You're honestly so toxic.
Anyways, it's been super awesome having you on our podcast. Any shout outs or anything you need to plug?
Come down at 808 Gun Club. I work Friday to Monday. Friday and Monday we're open from 10 to 6. Saturday and Sunday we're open from 9 to 5. So come visit me.
All right. And they can find you on Instagram.
Yeah.
What's your Instagram handle?
At iHeartLaurenLala.
iHeartLaurenLala. Yeah, go check out her pictures. She has some nice pictures up there. And for us, our IG is Above the Bridge Podcast, YouTube Above the Bridge Pod, and visit us on the web at atbpod.com. And always shout out to the Artist Groove Network. Aloha.